Alright, so I'm just going to do this video to kind of do a review of the awesome Scott Drake quality that they're putting out for these vintage Mustangs. Mine's a 66. I've already replaced the ignition switch, and I tried a aftermarket Scott Drake one, but it didn't fit right into the dash. It sat cockeyed, so it made it really hard to turn the key with the ignition cylinder installed. So I returned that back to Summit Racing and just went to the local Napa and bought a Borg Warner switch, which works just fine. And after determining that wasn't causing my main issue, I had to purchase a ignition switch Pigtail because the stock one is somewhat falling apart. So I'm just gonna demonstrate the problem I'm having with this, because as I installed the new ignition switch Pigtail from Scott Drake, as soon as I turn the key to the first position, which is on, not even start. You turn it to start in order to start the car. You turn it to on just to power on, like the radio and all that. Well, as soon as I turned it to on, the car wanted to crank. So I had to shut it off really immediately. And I'll show you why. I'm just going to test these connectors here. Trying to do this with one hand. So this connector right here, which is next to that hole in this orientation right there. This wire, it comes off the middle. This one right here comes out of the middle of the plug, right? Well, it's getting continuity through my tester. So that was the stock plug, the original Ford plug. Now I'm going to do the same on this one, and I'm going to compare the two. And they look close enough. And as you can see, I tested this one on the original. So I'm going to test this one. I have that end in the same exact position as the stock one. And the middle red and blue wire that comes off, which I don't remember what that's for. I think it's power to the coil or something. It goes to the coil. Well, anyways, as you can see, nothing. Now I'm going to move this to here, to this one. Now, aha, off the middle wire. So, Scott Drake wired their own pigtail incorrectly. So I'm going to have to disconnect all the awesome wiring I did, which I know is not grade A, but connectors work. But only when the switch is wired correctly. So I'm going to have to rearrange some wires because they did not produce it how it should be. Because this plug is supposed to plug into this plug. Well, when the wires aren't in the right position, and you turn the key to the first position of on, the car is not supposed to start right away. So it's just a little review. Scott Drake, I'm not a big fan of their quality. As far as ignition related items, it's junk. I've already sent back the switch, and now the pigtail isn't even wired correctly. So In the future, I'm going to avoid Scott Drake at all costs, unless they make something like a piece of chrome that doesn't have any kind of functionality. And I'm probably just going to get the parts from a parts store or other brands from Summit whenever I possibly can, because it's kind of annoying. Anyways, that's about it. So I'm going to put my car back together, and hopefully it will run correctly. Alright, that's it. Stay tuned for more videos.